Well, I think, the game in life is how much you could give before you die. I mean, it's fun to give, isn't it? And so many of us think, gosh, I want to have an easy life and do nothing and sit on the beach all day. I mean, it sounds nice if you hate your job, but if you love your job and love what you're doing and you're giving to the world, you're contributing to society or your neighbors or anybody, man, that makes you feel alive. And that makes you grow. And if you're growing, you're still experimenting with everything in life and can't wait to get up in the morning. And one way to help you do that is really with education and training, because so many things are changing. I'm an old guy, and when I learned about computers 30, 40 years ago when I was studying it, man, that's a whole new ball game now. Or almost anything, and the world is changing to be able to compete and take advantage of the new tools in society. And at any age you can do that now. And education is even changing so much. Man, it's not a typical 4-year college degree, and you get that piece of paper and you don't even know what the hell you have most of the time, but it costs you a fortune. And then when everybody goes to try to get education, they're going to the same things. They go to the, fill out the FAFSA form to see if they can get grants for, going to college and taking courses, and they may or not be eligible or whatever, and they're trying to find a few other things on the internet, and they get all confused because there's 87 million websites for scholarships. And so if you start looking for scholarship, man, 87 million. You're not, that'll take you more than 4 years of college to look through all that. That's going to take 4 or 5 times a lifetimes looking for that, through all that stuff. But you have to find the new stuff, and that's what I put together. I do interviews of people who are providing new ways, new information, new alternatives to pay for education or get education that's free or whatever. And that's what I do with all the videos I've done. So now, see, there's other ways. Just don't go to one place and look for a scholarship and say no. Like now, even our state right here, there's money in every state government. And our state didn't give out $17 million for people to pay for school at any age, any income you have. A lot of this stuff is not income dependent at all. $17 million sitting there that people don't know, that could be used, because they appropriated it. The law says they got to spend it, but nobody applied till they can't spend it. You got to help these poor bureaucrats make quota, But there's other forms. Now there's even people accredited universities. People, the best minds in the world, and the people that are running these things, they're not fly-by-night for-profit companies that are going to rip you off. These are people that give them genuine degrees online, even for free. That's right. So you take it at the time you want from a legitimate course, and it costs you next to nothing. And even some of the big universities now, even the University of Arizona is giving you like the first year of school you could do online for next to nothing. Man. It's all about education. You have that skill. If you're going to work for somebody else, you need that skill. You could teach it yourself and not need a degree, but if you're going to work for somebody else, they want that paper, and that's the way to get it. Or there's other ways to get it too. Now, you can train, for like 4 or 6 months, and that's it. And have a skill that could be worth, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year for you. So you want to go back and retrain into something. There's money programs at the federal level, at the state level, or even organizations that pay for it. And they're the kinds of things I want people to know about. These alternative sources of money and help for you to grow as an individual and to do more things in life and to contribute more. The government is even doing things now. They're financing programs in your public library where you can increase your salary 50%, right? That's right. Learn coding at any age we need. There's millions of jobs that are open right now, and you could go and get trained after a few months and get one of these great jobs, But they're not, in the headlines, or your friends and neighbors don't know about them, so you don't know about them. So that's what I'm trying to do, is train people about what your alternatives are and the options now. Or if you have student debt now and you're overwhelmed with that, well, there's even government programs to help you do that. You may be eligible not to even pay the rest of your student debt. Well, find out about these, because there's people, hucksters out there now who are calling you and say, oh, I'll help all your student debt problems. Don't worry, my boy. for you. And they won't. They're going to charge you money one way or another. They have to, because they're advertising. And if you're advertising, you got to pay for that advertising. The people who don't advertise, you don't know about it. There's even organizations, nonprofit organizations, that help you get scholarships for free, no matter what age you are. So if you know about that things, you get ahead of the game. Instead of getting in line and getting in the pack with everybody else who's missing the good stuff. The new stuff. It's like prospecting, mining for gold. You have to look around for the good stuff, and that's where the opportunities are. So look at all these videos and find the opportunities in education at any age. So if you have a college student in your home, or you want to go back to school, or just get trained. You don't have to go to college. Now you get trained and get a good job. So take advantage of it.